Hi, I'm Neji.
I'm Olivia.
And we're the Lipstick Thespians. And today we're going to play with some makeup and hopefully you get a chance to get us to know us a little better.
Let's do it.
We prime in this house. I like to mix two primers together. Today I'm mixing the Smashbox Original Photo Finish Primer and the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Primer. And this is a really hydrating primer and this is a pore filling primer, so I like to mix them together to get the optimal benefits of both.
We also use two primers over on this side, however, we're brand loyal about it. No, I am right now at least. These are actually from the same line too. These are both from the Double Duty Beauty line.
Say that 3 times fast.
Double Duty Beauty, Double Duty Beauty, Double Duty Beauty. I think I got it. Alright, so I start with the Pore and Prime Balm. And I take that onto my T-zone and down on my chin, you know, the areas where my pores are most prevalent. And then I'm going to take the Double Duty Beauty base tape. Well, the Tarte base tape. And I put this one all over my face. ASMR.
So I like to mix two foundations because my skin's difficult. So right now I'm using the Tarte Face Tape Foundation in Light Medium Neutral 29N and the Too Faced Peach Perfect Foundation in the shade Warm Nude. And I just put both of those on the back of my hand, let those kind of get to my skin temperature, warm up, and then they can mix in together that way.
And then I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation. And I'm also going to pump some on the back of my hand and let that marinate for a bit. I use the shade 150 in that, by the way. Just going to let her warm up. I always feel like this one takes a long time to warm up. Anybody else?
Well, her foundation is warming and I am blending. Let's toss in some facts about us.
Well, I mean, we both do theater, but that's a little obvious, I would hope.
Hopefully you get that from the name. We both do theater. I do directing and stage management, and I also write plays.
And I am a costume designer, an actor, and sometimes dramaturg.
And
we just like to do everything.
yeah, we
want to be a two-woman show.
We really do. I also, in addition to my main gigs, I've done a little bit of everything. The only thing I've never really done for a show is I've never run a light board or designed lights or sound. I've hung lights. I've
designed lights once. I did lighting design once.
Yeah, I've hung lights. I've designed sound actually. I've designed sound before.
Oh yeah, right. I made you design sound.
Yeah, you made me design sound, and I also did sound design when we did a Harry Potter.
Right.
Yeah, so I've done sound design, I've run soundboards, run light boards.
I've never run a board.
Running a board comes easy to me because I can call a board, so.
I mean, I'm sure it's easy to do, I've just never done it.
Yeah.
Perks of being an actor.
Theater finds a way. Theater always finds a way.
Not now.
Not now. I mean, kind of now. People are live streaming shows and they're doing live stream play reads. Yeah. So even now, theater is finding a way.
Theater is finding a way. They're just having a hard time about it.
Yeah, they are. Please keep theater in your thoughts. We're struggling out here. We're turning to YouTube out here. We're becoming beauty gurus. Do you really want everyone in theater to become a beauty guru? Please keep us in your thoughts.
You can't save us, but you can save the others.
So the next and final step where I use two products. I use, again, Too Faced and Tarte. I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way Concealer. This is the original formula in the shade Light Medium. I just like something that is a little more yellow toned and a little lighter, just as sort of a color corrector for my under eyes and a highlight, natural highlight on the center of my nose.
And for me, I just use my one and only True Baby, which is the Tarte Shape Tape. I use the shade Fair Beige. She is my ride or die.
And then I also use Shape Tape for my concealer to kind of spot conceal any blemishes or discoloration. Oop, I did not blend my nose.
You will notice very quickly that I have the ugliest makeup application faces. Or maybe it's, I don't know if it's the ugliest. I feel like everybody's like, oh my god, my makeup application face is so ugly. But every time I apply makeup, I'm just like, again, my nose is itchy.
Oh, that's the worst thing. You know what's the worst thing though? When your nose itches and you're wearing a mask.
Oh, true.
I'm a cashier at a grocery store, so it's tough. Makeup is definitely an escape for me, a stress relief.
Yeah.
So I definitely use makeup. Makeup also, this may sound kind of weird, I love wearing makeup to work because it can kind of distract conversations away from the more serious things that are happening. People have like, oh, I really like your eyeshadow. What eyeshadow are you using? Oh, those colors are really pretty together.
Do you still get those conversations?
I do. Sort of a deflection sort of a thing, but also something that's therapeutic for me. I don't know.
This is new to me. Well, the one I'm using is new to me. I'm going to be using the Milk Makeup Set and Blur in Light Translucent.
I am going to be...
She comes with a puff, which is cool, but I'm going to be using my beauty blender because that's just how I always put it on.
I'm going to be using more Tarte. I already started putting it on before I realized, wait, this is YouTube, you gotta show your product to the camera. I'm using the Tarte Smooth Operator Amazonian Clay Translucent Setting Powder. And since after filming this, I do have to go to work, and I will be wearing a mask at work. If I don't have anywhere to go, or don't really have a long day ahead of me, I just set under my eyes. But since I am otherwise occupied, I will also be setting like the side of my nose and the bridge of my nose, and just the area around my face where like the mask is going to be, to just kind of keep everything
I'm gonna take
in place.
A couple of layers of this just because of the way it collects. It doesn't, like, you get like some ton at a time, which I like, but for me that just means I have to go in a couple of times. And that I'm getting powder on my dress. I have pretty combo dry skin, but it happens to us, even us drier bitches. We sometimes get a little oily. Our abused AVH contour kits.
This one I have abused and the lid has fallen off of it, but it's magnetic, so it's okay.
I have not had the lid fall off of mine, but mine is panned to hell.
So I'm taking this Urban Decay brush. It's a really nice brush. It's half contour, half fan brush. And the contour side is really nice because you can blend a little bit as you go.
And I'm going to be taking this Complex Culture brush. This is a setting / bronzer brush, but I use it as contour just because it's really fluffy and I kind of like a more subtle contour. We're just going to...
Because you were blessed with a really striking cheekbones.
Yes, I was blessed with good cheekbones.
Keep those cheekbones in check.
Keep those cheekbones in check, though. I was blessed with good cheekbones, so I don't need to contour to the 9s to get cheekbones. Just to the 8s.
Then I like to contour my nose, and I use this Real Techniques flat foundation brush. I'm obviously not using it for its intended purpose, but I really like it for a nose contour because you can get really straight, precise lines with it. And then I like
blend that out.
To blend what I didn't blend with the Urban Decay brush with my IT brush. This is the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection brush, and I love this brush so much.
It was know its whole name.
It was originally a double-ended brush, but the other end fell off, but this end is still going strong. I bought this for $1 or $2 brand new at a tag sale.
Yes, she did.
And I'm really glad I did because this brush retails for like $40-something.
And then for my bronzer, I take the Pretty Vulgar Bronzed Bee in Son of the Bee. All
You want to
right.
really make sure that the nose contour is blended because in my opinion, nothing screams amateur hour more than when you can see the lines of a nose contour.
This is why I don't do nose contour. No, actually it's not. The reason I don't do nose contour, and I don't know if anybody else struggles from this, but I have like a ever so slightly crooked nose, and I know if I like really applied myself, I could probably contour it straight. But every single time I like contour my nose the way you're suggested to contour your nose, it just kind of accentuates the fact that I have a crooked nose. I also just kind of like my nose, so I don't really have a problem with it.
I love your nose, crooked and all.
Oh, shucks.
This, I'm also
Also, yes, we're gay.
Yeah, we're gay. If you haven't noticed by the name of the channel, the way we interact in general, we're a couple. We've been together nearly 5 years now. Thank God I'm dating her and she loves makeup too, because it'd be a problem if I didn't.
Here's the thing though, not only do we both love makeup, but we kind of started loving makeup together. I mean, we didn't...
Yeah, we both liked makeup beforehand.
But we were both pretty inexperienced. We both like just kind of, you know, did our foundation.
I tried with eyeshadow, but looking back, it's not good.
I actually didn't really do eyeshadow until about a year after we started dating,
Yeah.
I think. I did foundation, I did some concealer, I did mascara, and I would sometimes do like a wing
Yeah.
and like a red lip, but I wouldn't do anything else.
Sometimes you would do like a purple lip though.
True, that's when I had my good stuff.
Yeah. And so I went in with the Ofra bronzer in Americano and just did that on my forehead just to kind of warm things up and give it a little bit of a glow. Next, I'm going to go in with the Wander Beauty Trip for Two Duo. This bronzer, I originally thought this bronzer was a highlight. It's way, way, way too light for me to be a bronzer, but a really weird tone for me to use as a highlight. But this blush right here, Bellini, is gorgeous.
And I'm going to be taking the Ofra Madison Miller blush in shade Sweet Stuff. I'm going to be going in with a Luxie brush, the Pro Precision Tapered brush.
And I like a very, very light blush when I do blush.
Yeah, we don't wear blush very often on this channel. You'll notice sooner or later that like once in a while we wear blush, but in general we're more highlighter bitches.
I also fallen into the trend. I do it very lightly. I don't do it as intense as some people, but I do like the trend going on right now of putting blush on your nose. I think with the way that I do my nose, it's very flattering. I also naturally have really rosy cheeks, so for a while I kind of struggled with blush because I'm like, why do I want to put something on there that'll like accentuate my rosy cheeks? But then I found the shades of blush that really work for me. I like more peachy.
I got a little bit. I think I made it a little bit too dark.
Over where?
My hair.
Here, can I see?
Yeah. No, not that.
Oh.
What did you...
Oh, I thought you were talking about contour.
No, I was talking about here.
Oh, the blush? It looks fine.
Okay, I didn't know if it looked muddy.
No, it looks fine. Before I do highlight, I will set my face with the old-fashioned, old favorite, the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. And then I also go back with my Urban Decay fan brush, and I will apply the Morphe directly onto the brush.
I do this sometimes. I sometimes don't. I'm feeling it today.
This just makes the highlight way more intense.
I also like doing it with the Fenty because the Fenty is more hydrating, so it has a more luminous finish. So I like setting it.
And then
before
I am
do
going
the full meal
in
deal
going in with the Ofra Nikki Tutorials collab highlight in Cloud 9. I'm in love with every Ofra highlighter, but I'm especially in love with all of the ones from the Nikki collab.
I'm gonna take actually the highlighter in the Adelaide Morin Tarte collab palette, Promise Ring. Put my mirror back up so I can see. Oh yes. Ugh, she's blinding. I forgot how blinding this was. Holy
This
frick.
palette is, in my opinion, I'm not using it today, but I'm gonna talk about it. The Tarte Adelaide palette is like one of the most underrated palettes. I traveled with this palette for a while because it has like a very nice, sort of more neutral, but like you can make it more exciting color story, and it has one of the most stunning highlights, and I love a good Tarte blush.
I'm about to say, I also like this blush. I didn't use it today, but it's a cute blush. I'll see you a little later.
And it's really nice. I like using this highlight when I use blush because I can go over the blush and they kind of work seamlessly together, which is nice.
Ooh. Ooh, I think I like this.
Oh, that's nice.
I think I like this setting powder. I hadn't used it before. So I guess
This is a review.
this is a first impression of the Milk Blur and Set. I think I like it. Let's see.
Next are the dreaded brows.
The dreaded Laramie. If you get that, you a real one.
That's the most obscure reference.
I'm not sure.
I think it's pretty obscure.
No, it's definitely obscure. I said I don't think it's the most obscure.
Okay, well, if you make a more obscure reference at any point on this channel, I will let you know.
If you get the dreaded Laramie, you need to be my friend. Just putting that out there to you. I don't dread my brows quite as much, but I also think I just got luckier in the brow pool.
Yeah, I have had a difficult relationship. I've had a complicated relationship with my brows since like puberty. I was terrified when I was like 12 years old that my brows would grow into a unibrow. I'm using the Urban Decay Brow Blade in the shade Dark Drapes, which has been a lifesaver to me since I have not gotten my brows done in a few months. But yeah, I was like 12 and my brows started growing really thick really fast, and I just got into my head, I was like terrified that
I probably look stupid leaning over and like looking at your brows.
I was going to grow a unibrow, and that has never happened, but because of like how thick they were and I had family members who had unibrows, so I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna get a unibrow. Oh, I've never had a unibrow
thing. I'm gonna be taking the Anastasia Dip. I keep looking down like as if I don't know what the hell I'm using. I'm gonna be using the Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Ebony. She is one of my OGs. Oh my god. But it's a little, I can tell it's a little warm today because this is a little melty.
Yeah, that's one thing with brow pomades, especially. Okay, actually, you want to know what brow pomade that was the worst with? For a bit, I was trying to find a pomade that I liked, and I was playing around both high-end and drugstore, and I tried the e.l.f. brow pomade, which was actually, for the price point, pretty good. But the one thing about it was, if it got even slightly warm, the consistency of it would change. It needed to be like, kept at like 50 degrees for it to, because if it was too cold, it wouldn't really pick up. And if it was too warm, it got too intense, I guess is the way to put it. But yeah, that was a very sensitive product that I used. And I'm also using the ColourPop Brow Boss in the shade Soft Black. And I'm just kind of correcting anything that needs to be corrected from the brow blade.
Damn, your brows are gonna take a shorter time than mine. That's usual, but that's just because I have like 5 million steps.
Yeah, I've been accepting my natural brows a little bit more lately, since I haven't been getting them threaded.
Cutie pies.
And
yes, I called my brows cutie pies.
I thought you were calling me a cutie pie.
You are a cutie pie. Mwah. I also do use the Urban Decay Brow Blade in Dark Dreams.
The whole ColourPop brow line though is like the best affordable brow line I have used. I've used both the pencil and the pomade and really enjoy both products. I want to give their brow gel, especially their clear brow gel, a go. I'm going to go into my holy grail, the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Eye Primer. I have tried a handful of different eye primers. I've done like tests where I've done one eye with one primer and another eye with this primer. And the Too Faced eye always comes out on top. I can go swimming in a pool, swimming in the ocean, and this just keeps my shadow in place. I have never loved a product more. If this got discontinued, I would probably cry.
I don't like that product. I've tried it. I don't like it. I am going to use the Bare Minerals eyeshadow and primer base in the shade Bright AF.
So we are pet moms. We have 2 cats and
two guinea pigs. This is Spice.
This is Garfield. They're our babies.
As you can tell, she doesn't love being held. Well, she'll stand it for me.
Garfield loves being held. They're both 14. They both are turning 14 this year.
Mm-hmm.
I've had them since they were kittens.
And I've been their stepmom for almost 5 years now.
And they're good babies.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be using 2 palettes today. Packaging on them goes really well together.
Yeah, they do.
Wow, they're so pretty. So I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy palette, and she's so pretty. And I'm also using the ColourPop Truly Madly Deeply palette.
Alright, I'm going to be using, I think, 2 palettes as well. I'm going to be using, as you maybe saw earlier, the Adelaide Morin Tarte palette. This palette has some great packaging. Also another palette with great packaging that I'm going to be using is the Too Faced Clover palette.
Too Faced's honestly best and most underrated palette.
Oh yeah, by far. Well, I mean, it was an online exclusive, so not a lot of people bought it. They happened to bring it to my Ulta for like 3 seconds, and I swatched it, and I was like, I think I like this. So I bought it.
And then we broke it.
And then we broke it. And then we replaced it. This is like one of the only palettes I've ever bought in a second copy of.
It's 4 palettes.
Yes.
It's this one. This is actually an empty palette. This is the broken one, but I replaced the Tarte Be a Mermaid Make Waves palette, the Urban Decay Born to Run, and the Morphe 3502.
Technically, we have 2 palettes that we have 2 copies of.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to mention those?
We can mention those.
Because we didn't break it, but since it's at TJ Maxx and we got it, I was able
For
to
like
get
$10.
I got a second copy of the Shade Light Glimmer palette from Kat Von D, which is now KVD Beauty. Oh, sorry.
How dare you the vegan, forget the vegan and vegan beauty.
KVD Vegan Beauty.
Kindness, vegan beauty, discovery, vegan beauty.
Sure.
It's a choice.
And then we have 2 copies of Subculture for similar reasons, but I did also break her favorite shade in Subculture.
She broke my favorite shade in Subculture, so
I bought her another Subculture. She can't.
for $15. Which I think is another thing to know about us is that
I like having a slightly itchy nose, so you know
we buy palettes on sale. We buy most of our makeup on sale. We're good
Yes.
bargain hunters. It took us a long time to repurchase the Clover palette because it never went on sale, and then Too Faced did. It's either 25 or 30% off, and for once that coupon included the Clover collection, so we finally replaced the Clover collection. So I'm gonna go in first with the shade OG. So I'm using this Lexi brush. It's probably my favorite eyeshadow brush. If I could only keep, for whatever reason, one eyeshadow brush, this would be the brush I would keep.
That'd be disrespectful though. I'm going to be taking this Glam Light brush, which comes with the Glam Light paint palette, if you don't happen to know. I love this thing. I love it so much. And I am going to dip into the shade Boss Lady. One that, you know, kind of matches my hair.
For me, this is a very neutral crease, which kind of digging. I don't do this too often.
I'm not doing a neutral crease, but you already knew that.
And I forgot to say that at the end of the crease, I'm going in with the shade New Yorker right there.
Wait, that's what it's called?
Yeah, spelled that way too.
Ah, that's iconic. I didn't notice that. I'm allowed to like New York things. Although, state I currently live in, that can be controversy. Massachusetts and New York don't like each other very much. Well, sports-wise, I'm not a sports person, so who cares?
Honestly, I feel like the
Although, like-
Yankee and Red Sox rivalry isn't as fierce as the college sports rivalry that exists between KU and Mizzou.
Oh, are you sure, sweetie?
I don't know.
I know, like, you think it's more intense because you were from that area, but, like, I lived in a family that was split between the Red Sox and the Yankees.
Ooh.
If we were closer to Boston, I feel like it'd be a little more of a controversy. Because you were telling me about Jayhawk. Where
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying, is that you can't go out in downtown Columbia, Missouri without, like, if you're wearing, like, a Jayhawks shirt or anything, and, like, people will, like, give you crap on the street.
Yeah. To be fair, you are right next to the rival college's campus if you're in downtown Columbia, Missouri. You're not right next to the Red Sox in where we live.
Yeah.
And even if, like, you'd have to go, like, to the specific right part of Boston.
That's fair.
I actually don't know where in Boston it is.
Fenway?
Oh, true. Well, I don't know where in Boston Fenway is. Like,
We've been near there. It's near that gay bar that we went to.
oh, true.
Near where we saw Brooke Candy.
It's also near where we saw, what's their face?
Sleater-Kinney?
Yes!
Yeah.
It's near the House of Blues. That part of me.
I have to put it in gay terms for you.
Yeah, you have to put everything in gay for me.
Then, oh, I forgot to mention I dipped into the Truly Madly Deeply palette and I used the shade Golden Gate Bridge.
She's 3 shades in. I'm only 1 shade in. You see how this works?
I'm doing a more simple look, so I feel like this part is quicker than if I was like trying to blend a green and a purple together, which is something I often do.
I'm still trying to blend. I'm just not trying. I'm blending out Boss Lady.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a little bit more of it.
And then
I'm gonna take a different brush though. I'm gonna take this guy.
I'm gonna go onto the lid and I'm going to go in with the shade Cutouts from Truly Madly Deeply.
I'm gonna take contour, pardon me. Put that down here as well. Into my crease, you know.
I'm just laying down some mattes on my lid. I'm gonna go over it with shimmer, but I like to sometimes go down with a matte before I put a shimmer over it, just so the colors are smooth and like if any color rubs off from the shimmer, that there's still color down on the lid.
Dip lightly into Boss Lady again and just fluff it out. I like bringing my eyeshadow pretty high. I want it to be seen from space, ho. You know what I mean?
I get you.
NASA can't detect this eyeshadow. What's the point?
I bring mine up to my brows because I don't have a lot of lid space, so I like making the most of the space I do have. And so with that same ABH brush, I'm gonna go into the shade Poodle in the Truly Madly Deeply palette.
Take this Luxie brush and let me see. I think we're gonna go into Good Boy.
One of my favorite shades.
I know it's one of your favorite shades.
One of these days I'm gonna do like a definitive ranking of my yellow eyeshadows. And I think Good Boy's in like the running for top.
Yeah. Are we gonna do that thing like beautbean that she like she did I mean other people are doing it too. I follow a YouTuber called beautbean.
Yeah.
I will link her down below. My
No, I saw her do that and I was like, ooh, I wanna do that.
Yeah.
Because I've done it before off camera, but not
yes,
really.
we have. We've literally swatched because the thing that she always talks about is how she has an ideal yellow that she wants as an eyeshadow, and she always tells me that she hasn't found it yet. And she told me that she maybe found it recently, so
Yeah.
maybe. But
Maybe.
I know you told me you had to swatch and see. Like swatch them all together. And
Yeah. I'll keep using this ABH brush. Use the blending side. I'm just blending the matte shadows on my lid together. We're gonna go back.
I'm gonna take a combo of Adele Angels and Girls Supporting Girls and just kind of buff out near my brow line, near my brows.
I'm just ever so lightly going back in with cutouts onto the fluffy brush and just blending the crease and the lid together.
We need to rank our ABH palettes one day.
Oh yeah, that's a video I definitely want to do.
We just need to make all the videos apparently.
Yeah. Future series from us coming up include ranking our ABH palettes and ranking our rainbow palettes. Which one do you want to see first? Sound off in the comments below. And including in our ranking of the ABH palettes, we also have the majority of the Norvina Pro line. We just don't have the Mini Pro one.
Yeah, we might get that though.
Yeah. We're looking to get it at Ulta eventually when Ulta sends out that beautiful 20% off coupon that they send out. Like as I said, we're bargain hunters. We rarely pay full price for our palettes. The majority of our ABH palettes were either purchased deep on sale or we got for free with our Ulta points.
We are Ulta point hustlers, let me tell you. I'm thinking.
Who else has one of these things? This thing is life-changing.
What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? I got 2 options here. Yeah? Okay. We're going blue. Alright, I'm going to take my Morphe Jeffree Star brush. This is the JS13. I'm going into the shade Spoiled. By the way, once again, as I said, this is a pretty underrated Too Faced palette, and like, if you don't like most Too Faced palettes even, I would highly recommend this one. Really good.
It's a fun color story.
It's really fun, especially if you're one of those people who doesn't like it because you don't like boring palettes. Like, I know I look rather boring today, but in comparison, I like fun eyeshadow. I really do.
We're both you're not that neutral today, but like compared to what we normally do, we're both pretty neutral today.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm going in on the shade Anastasia, and my one qualm with ABH palettes, and this is a known, is the fallout. I love their palettes, but fallout can...
I love using this brush to go into my inner corner. It just does things for me. It's so cute.
And then...
She's also really good for dragging shadow down. This Jeffree brush for Morphe is... I don't have any of the other brushes just because I have a lot of eye brushes, and I thought about buying the set, but I don't buy natural hair brushes, so I didn't buy them. So I was just like, I'll buy ones that I want, and this was the one so far that I really wanted. I might go and buy more. We'll see.
And then I'm going in with the shade Barb.
I love this one. This one is
right here on the edge.
Drag that blue just a little bit down right in there.
Like the glitter shades in this palette, all of these shimmers and glitters in this palette are absolutely unreal. Then I'm gonna go in with the shade Wasted.
I'm taking a combo of Good Boy from Clover and Boss Lady from the Adelaine Moore Tarte palette. And I'm just gonna take this Luxie brush and lightly dust that under here.
And then I'm just taking this Farrah brush. I hated this brush at first. I got it sent to me in an Ipsy, and it was labeled as a blending brush. And it didn't really blend shadows together that well, but it's really good for buffing shades out and like putting on a nice brow bone highlight, which is what I'm using it for.
Yeah.
So if I could go back and
take away that 1-star review.
Yeah, take back my 1-star review and give this like a 3 or a 4-star review, I definitely would. So my Ride or Die eyeliner is the Fenty Beauty Fly Liner, and this is the best eyeliner I've ever used. I'm gonna get emotional over this eyeliner. I've tried a bunch of different eyeliners, and I have a few other ones that I like, but I have none other that I love as much as I love this Fenty.
That's one of my favorite eyeliners, but I'm right now going to be using the Beauty Bakery Lollipop. This is my favorite of all time. They're pretty similar, I find, but I don't know. I've had prior experiences with the Fenty eyeliner. Not bad, and I probably should have just freaking returned it, but I didn't realize until it was too late that I've bought them in the past, and I don't know if this has happened to anybody else.
It's happened to me.
Oh yeah, it's happened to you. And like the tip is just deformed. Like it's just not right.
Yeah, I had it happen to me where the tip was like split in half, but I realized that like literally in the parking lot
I remember that, and you went back and you're like, I'm gonna return this.
It's like, hey, I'm sorry, I have to return this. There's a couple of pro tips with the Fenty that I will give is you want to shake it before you use it, and I like to just always swatch it on my hand just to make sure that the first line is going to be a clean line. I'm getting anxious doing my eyeliner on camera because the last time I attempted, the wing got all messed up. Usually don't get anxious doing my eyeliner. Anyone else have eyeliner anxiety?
I think everybody has eyeliner anxiety even if they don't want to say it.
Okay, I also struggle when I try to do a smaller, more subtle wing.
I feel that. I hate doing subtle. Well, that's not true. I don't hate doing subtle, but I struggle with it. As you can tell, I didn't even try today.
I was gonna say, I learned to do my wings rather dramatic, so I think that, like, because that's what I wanted. When I made a vow to myself, the summer before I went to college, I'm going to learn how to do eyeliner, and I'm going to learn how to do eyeliner so sharp and pointy it could kill a man.
The biggest, blackest eyeliner.
Yeah, that's what I set out to do, and so trying to scale it back and do a more subtle wing is kind of difficult for me, and it's a skill I've been learning and I'm still learning. And I think it's important and good if you're, filming stuff to kind of acknowledge what you're still learning.
Everything. At least I'm not still learning my foundation shade.
Oof. I'm crazy good at matching my foundation shade.
I'm go for my mascara. I use the Butter London Strokes of Wow. This is one of my all-time favorite mascaras. I don't want to leave that out long. But this is one of my all-time favorite mascaras. I think it is criminally underrated. And if you want like a comparison, I find it's really similar to the new Fenty actually, especially because it does have the same dual-ended brushness. It's a stiff brush. That's the con, but I love it because it does my lashes justice.
Okay, I finally got my eyeliner. Took me like 10 years to do it, but we did it.
We did it. We did it.
And she's soft and she's subtle, but she's still bold and powerful. Okay, today I'm a crier, and every good crier needs a good waterproof mascara, and the only waterproof mascara I have ever loved is the Milk Makeup Kush Waterproof Mascara. It's so good. It's actually waterproof, and I feel like a lot of brands, they'll do a waterproof formula of a mascara they already have, but it performs differently than the OG mascara, and I find the Kush Waterproof to perform just as well as the original Kush mascara, which is a great mascara. Like, look at the length on these lashes. They look like falsies.
No, I know, those are sick. We are not falsie fans in this household.
Yeah, that's the thing to know about us.
We don't use false lashes. At least not now.
No.
I'm like a little lash curious, but like...
I've had bad experiences with lashes in Halloween costumes. I bought the what are they? What? Are they the Ardell lashes?
You said you bought Ardell before.
Yeah.
I've only bought like really cheap lashes. I think I bought hard candy lashes.
Yeah.
I'm going to be taking the Lime Crime Velveteen in Psycho.
I'm going to just clean up also my eye area. It was so funny because I
had to clean up too.
I started out ahead of you and then I ended up just kind of stuck doing my eyes. Ah!
It's not a race.
That's true. Alright, and For another product that stays in place, I love Beauty Bakery liquid lips. Their lip whips are the best ever. I've never met a lipstick that stays in place as well as these do. This is in the shade Louvre. I believe this shade has been discontinued. Ta-da.
I remember when we first started dating.
Oh my god! I know exactly what story you're gonna tell.
I said something along the line of, I think I saw a post on like Facebook or Tumblr or something like that was saying how people needed a mirror to apply lipstick. And at this point I didn't really use liquid lipstick much. I mostly used bullets, but even then I kind of just didn't care enough, and I was like, I don't need a mirror to apply my lipstick. Who needs a mirror to apply their lipstick? Does anybody need a mirror to apply their lipstick? And this one over here freaked out because she does need a mirror to apply her lipstick. And I felt so bad.
I started crying.
I mean, it was one of the first times I made you cry, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was one of because we were like making dinner, I remember. And like I look back and I laugh on it. Now this is usually like I'll cry over really small things, and like in the moment I'm like really emotional, but then I can just look back and laugh on it. Are you gonna spray my face for me?
Yeah, let's do it. Perfect. Mwah.
Mwah.
I'm so New York. I'm so not New York.
I was gonna say someone from New York's gonna get real offended. All right. We've never gotten this far filming a video before.
This is like our third attempt at creating our first video, and you know what? I think the third time.
We did it. Third time's the charm.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Woo! Woo!
Yeah, buddy.
How did that happen on the first try? I'm so bad at high-fiving.
Me too. It's the power of the third try.
True.
All right. We're done. Thank you for watching if you watched the whole thing, and get ready for more videos from us. Sound off in the comments down below what you'd like to see. Don't be afraid to subscribe and ring the bell, as they say.
Make sure you set it to all videos. I don't know if that's just a thing for popular people or if that's a thing for us too, but
whatever.
We're gonna say it.
Thank you.
Mwah!